I'm a New Orleans native. I was born, raised, spent 25 years in the Irish Channel. The Irish Channels, supposedly at that time, was one of the toughest places in the city. But people stood together and they had no problems if you're kind of a native Irish Channeler. So, so staying and not evacuating wasn't anything new to me. It was the thing I wanted to do. The only resistance and static I got was from my wife, you know, and it's reasonable, but, you know, I tell her, look, this is my element. I'm prepared for it. My neighbor across the street was the last one out in this neighborhood, and she come over, Jerry, come with us to Homer. It's going to be bad. I said, Thelma, you see that boat right there? I said, that boat can float in 100 feet of water the same as it can in 2 feet of water. And, well, it wound up being 11 feet, but it floated, and it saved me. And so everything, it's all going. Everything's going. You know, amongst them, my toys, I had antique cars, I had antique motorbikes, I had over 20 guns, all of them in the water. When we first bought the house back in 1960, yes, I had a mortgage, and there wasn't no requirement that you had flood insurance back then. And of course, paid the mortgage off within 2 or 3 years, you know, because there wasn't much of a mortgage, small little house. And I just never was concerned about having flood insurance, and it worked up until Katrina. Then I needed it. I drove every nail in this house, and then I pulled every nail after Katrina. I'm driving them again, and look, I've been through some nails. I just got another 30-pound keg. See the keg over there? It was full of nails not too long ago. And people say, get a nail gun. I said, man, I love to drive those nails, man. I take out my frustration, man. Sometimes I hit them twice. Sometimes I hit them 4 times. Sometimes I bend them. But that's it. I don't want a nail gun. I want to do it the old-fashioned way. And I'm not bragging. I just like to do it.
We weren't required to have flood insurance because the majority of people in our age bracket group had paid off our homes. So we went through many a hurricane and never had this kind of water. And we wouldn't have had it if the levees would have been built right. But the sad part, I think, is the generation of people in our age group are not coming back, majority of them. And I think this community was such a great area to live, and it's gonna lose all the grandparent generation. And our kids will come back because they're young and they have kids and they're raising them and have them in schools. But the older people feel like it's just too much. And you maybe won't be around that long to see it all finished. So they going somewhere where it's a nicer place to live. The great room where TV is. This is the kitchen where all the gourmet meals are prepared. And I've become a fast cook. We do have a fridge, stove, microwave, bathroom. Oh, God, of all days, I don't have everything. Bunk beds, lavatory, bathroom, shower. It does have a shower. It's tiny, teensy, but we do get clean. That's the master suite. So this is home sweet home. I hope for not too much longer.
And look how close to work it is. Step out your house and in your work area.
Tough. It's not a
I can go home for lunch.
Oh, God. So one day, I hope we will get back in